y'all. I'm sorry this lighting is kind of crazy in here today. This is backlit kind of weird. Anyway, get you some of these little pans right here. They got the little plastic little lids to them. Don't bake it with the lid on it, honey. Don't do that. Now, just don't cause fire at your house, all right? We want to have a good, happy time, not fire time. So, get you one of these little pans. This is an easy full all-purpose pan with a lid. You can put anything in the world you want to in these things. Oh, look at that. Like I'm in a disco. Anyway, so when my turnip salad and my turnips and all that is cooling off, I've done shut the burner off. So it's just going to sit there and it's going to rest in the juices. I ain't gonna pour none of them juices out. Nope, nope, nope. Because it will dry out. And some of us like to have what's called pot liquor. It ain't what you think. It ain't alcohol. We just call it pot liquor. That's what I growed up learning how to call it. Cabbage water, we call it pot liquor. Collard water, we call it pot liquor. Turnip salad water. I don't know why we called it pot liquor, but it's you can drink it, honey. It is good. It is that good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wash this pan, take all this crap out of here, wash this pan, dry it real good. When all that cools down, I'm going to put my turnips and my turnip salad in here. I'm going to take that little lid, smack it on the top of it, and I'm going to write on the top turnips and turnip salad, and I'm going to put it in my refrigerator. And I'm going to leave this till I'm ready tomorrow. Now when I'm ready to heat this bad boy up tomorrow, I'm going to take my little plastic lid off and I'm going to heat it up. There ain't no need to cover it. All you're doing is heating it through. Now, if you want to use a bowl that's a microwavable bowl or whatever you want to do, honey, that's fine. Do whatever it is you need to do. But I cook for a lot of hungry folks at my house. And when people coming over to eat for Thanksgiving, I got to make sure I have these pans ready. So all they got to do is take and scoop out what they want. Flop it in that plate, and then we're ready to rock and roll. With that being said, anyway, thank y'all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining my email list on the CrissyOShow.com. I can't wait to tell you what I'm going to be doing in January. It's going to be a lot of stuff I'm going to be working on in 2026. And I hope you guys will follow along and learn how to do some more good old southern recipes and things. I don't know, maybe you'll learn a little something. I might learn a little something from y'all too. Alright, now for some more cooking and some more prep work here. Y'all have seen me do these before, but this is a rutabaga. Alright, it is a root vegetable. It's got a waxy film on the skin. Now my chickens, ducks, quails, wild turkeys, they like the skin. So let them eat it. We're going to peel these things and we're going to quarter them, then we're going to dice them up, and we're going to get them ready to be cooked with a good piece of ham meat. Alright, I'm saving my other ham hock for my collards. So let's do a little bit of rutabagas with a piece of ham meat. Now we're going to add seasonings to it. Right now we're just going to do some salt and pepper, and we'll worry about the rest of it a little bit later. So let's do some salt and pepper. We're going to cover this and we're going to let this boil. You're probably going to have to add some water to it because, as you know, as you boil water, water will evaporate. And you want to keep this piece of meat covered, and you want to keep it cooking, you want to keep it tender. Right now I got it on high heat. Once it starts boiling really, really good, I will turn it down about medium high and let it cook. It's probably going to take about 45 minutes to an hour. Now we're just doing a little bit of salt and pepper here, just to get those flavors kicking up a little bit going, and that's what we're going to do. Alright, salt and pepper has been added, and we've also got our ham in here and chicken bouillon powder. Chicken bouillon powder. I know it don't sound right to y'all, like you put ham in there and then chicken bouillon powder. Look, let me tell you, you got chicken broth in here already, because I don't do vegetable broth. And the chicken bouillon powder that we use has got a lot of nice herbs and seasonings and stuff in here to kind of help give a little bit of extra flavor to this water, because sometimes when you're cooking the cabbage collards, it can have a different kind of taste. I don't know how to exactly tell y'all, but it can be a little pungent to some people, and they don't like that. So this just kind of helps mellow out that flavor a little bit. Okay, we have got these rutabagas here. They are good to go. Clean up a little bit of wax off of here. We've already fed the floofs their snackies. So now what we're going to do is going to put these in manageable, cookable sizes so it don't take so long to actually cook. So we're going to, I like to dice them up because it doesn't take that long for them to cook once they're diced, and you want them in kind of like that, little 1 inch by 1 inch little pieces. They ain't got to be perfect. Throw it in your little colander over there and get ready to wash them, because you know when you're handling stuff and just because you peel it don't mean it's clean. So make sure that you'll wash it once you get all this stuff cooked down. I mean peeled. I'm still cooking, Lord of mercy. We got all kinds of stuff going today, and it's a good thing that we prep ahead of time. And I do the same thing like Christmas. Might be a little bit different as far as the food goes, but Thanksgiving is when we do a lot of the greens and stuff like that. I don't do the exact same meals every year. I switch it up a little bit, and Christmas tends to have a little bit more sweetie things. But anyway, go ahead, dice these bad boys up, get these over here in this colander, and then we're going to wash them, and we're going to be ready to put them in that pot with that boiled piece of ham hock. All right, here's all these rutabagas. They're diced up and they're ready to rock and roll. Let's go wash them. Always make sure you wash your vegetables. Like I said, I don't care if somebody said they were pre-washed. You wash them, hand wash them. Make sure they're washed real good. That way there's no dirt left on them. These are root vegetables. Even if you peel them, they got, you know, dirt and stuff. And even though wax rind peel, I always have to wash my hands in between doing it, because you don't want that residue and that mess left on your good pieces here, what you're going to cook. Wash it real good, make sure it's all nice and good, and then let it drain in the sink. So you just want to run it across the top like that and get this little skim part up like that. Set it aside, put you in a little plate, little bowl, something like that. You might not get all of it off, but you're going to get enough of it off. That's just from part of that brine from the meat I was telling you about, you know, the ham hock. Woo, y'all fogging up again. Alright, starting to boil again. We got as much off as we can. We're going to check this. Now when the meat starts to pull away from the bone and all of that is tender and it's fork tender, then that is good. Now what I like to do is just leave it in there. I don't pull it apart or shred it or nothing until the end. So I'm just going to leave it in there for right now. It's good. The meat is good. It's done. It's been cooking about an hour. Put the lid on. Cover these bad boys up. Just let them boil. Boil and boil and boil. Now I did have a few little bit of mustard greens left over. I washed those and tossed those in there too, but you don't have to do that. Anyway, let's get to cooking. They're going to turn a pretty orangey color. You want to taste them all along. Cook them until they are fork tender. Alright y'all, let's talk turnips. So turnips are a root vegetable, and they were pretty prominent back, well they're pretty prominent in the South down here, especially where we're at, North Carolina and South Carolina, Georgia, all that stuff. People mostly know what turnips are. They're a little purple, little white here on the end. It's a really nice root vegetable, and it's good to cook, and it's tender to cook as well. Now, years and years and years ago, during wartime, like talking about World War II and stuff like that, when they had these victory gardens out there to keep people from starving, root vegetables were easy to grow in our sandy soil. We have clay, rocky soil, just, you know, all over North Carolina, from the coast to the mountains, the soil changes, but root vegetables was very easy to grow, and turnips was one of them. And you can also eat the leaf, which we call the turnip salad, which is what I'm going to show you guys in a little bit. But these are the turnips. Now, we peel them. You can use a vegetable peeler or you can use a knife. So all you got to do is, we're going to peel them. We're going to make sure that we quarter them into pieces that will be easy to boil. These get tender real quick. And we're going to put them in our colander over here, and we're going to wash them off. And we'll add this to our stock water with our ham hock in just a little bit. The greens is the last thing that you cook. Alright, so let's get to going. Save these skins, by the way. These to feed your floofs. Chickens, ducks, quails, they love these things. Turkeys too. Whatever you got, your backyard floofs, feed that to them. Even the squirrels, they'll come up and eat it. So save your skins. Now, if you want to leave these skins on, that's up to you. I don't, because I'm not, you know, I've never done that. That ain't how we growed up eating them. But sure, you can do that if you want to. That's perfectly fine. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do. I don't use my vegetable peeler like everybody else does, because I have was born with a form of really bad rheumatoid arthritis, so my grip is not as good as everybody else is that can shave and do. I drop everything, so I do it like this. You do you, boo. You know, like I tell you, I ain't gonna tell you what to do. I'm just gonna show you how we do it, and how I was taught how to do it from both of my grannies, Granny Ludy Bell and Granny Lorene. So we're gonna peel these bad boys off. We're gonna get them all done. We're gonna quarter them, and we're gonna wash them in that little colander over there. You want to get any bad spots that you got on it, get it off. Move your peels to the side, okay? Then we're going to trim these ends off. Get those hard stem ends off right there. And now we're going to quarter them. Now that you got them cut in half, we're going to cut them in half again. They're real easy to cut. It's not like rutabagas. Rutabagas are kind of hard. And most root vegetables are kind of got that little fibrous texture to it anyway. But you'll be alright. You'll be alright. So now we're just going to quarter them a little bit. Dice them up. You don't want them too thick, because the thicker they are, the longer it takes to cook. So you're looking at about that. Like that. And then we're going to chunk them over here in our colander, if I can keep it still long enough, not knock it all over the floor everywhere. I'm going to put it over here. And we're going to do all of them. I've got, that was 1, 2, 3, 4. I got five turnips. So we're going to go through this. So all you got to do, don't do them too thin, but do them thin enough to where they'll cook all the way through. Turnips have their own little flavor to them. And you can actually eat turnips raw too. There ain't nothing wrong with eating a raw turnip. Okay, so this is what you got from 5 turnips. Now, typically, this is plenty enough if you're going to feed 8 to 10 folks, because not everybody's going to get a big old heaping, you know, spoon of it. And if they do, pop their hand, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's take these over to the sink. Let's wash them. Alright, now we're going to let these just drain. Just let them drain. They're going to sit right here in the sink and drain. I got to get my big colander. Now we got to wash and go through some turnip salad greens. Alright, y'all, let's talk about turnip salad. These are the tops of the turnips. The leaf is edible. It's a little spiky, so you might feel a little bit, woo, oh, that's a little bit prickly, but sometimes with mustard greens and turnip salad, the stems and the backs of these leaves can be a little bit spiky. That does go away when you wash them. Now, cooking greens is a staple again in, you know, our southern culture, what we do in the South. And people cook greens all over the place. All in the South, everybody cook greens. So you'll hear people say, oh, I like mustard greens, I like turnip salad, I like collard, stuff like that. It's a green, it's part of a root vegetable. They're all a little different. They all taste a little bit different, and basically it's just according to your taste of what you like and what you don't like. So with the tops of the turnips and the turnip salad, it's a little bit more tender of a leaf. What you're going to do is you've got to wash these things. You have got to make sure that there's no bugs, no worms, no nothing stuck on the back of these things. I don't care if they say they've been pre-washed. Wash it again. So I've got my great big colander here, and we're going to filter through these already. And some of these long stems and some of these pieces that look kind of we'll get rid of these and feed these to my floofs. But I'm going to take some of these stems off and move them because I don't want that woody texture. I just want the leaf. Now some people like the stems, that's perfectly fine, whatever floats your boat, y'all. But we're just going to do the leaves, and we're going to take these woody stems off. We're going to put them in this pot, and we're going to wash them real good. So let's get to moving. Alright, now you got these turnips right here in the pot. Make sure you got plenty of water in there. You might have to add a little bit because you know water evaporates. Got that big piece of meat still going in there, and I'm going to leave it alone. I ain't going to tear that thing up and get it off the bone until everything is done. All of it. So let's put the lid on this little bad boy right here and let it cook until they are fork tender. Then we're going to add the greens. I'm going to try to keep y'all from fogging up. Anyway, so we've got all this cooking and all these turnips, and see everything sliding off the bone, the meat. That's exactly what I want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check one of these pieces of turnips and make sure that it is fork tender. I'm also going to taste it to make sure that it's got the right amount of salt and pepper and seasonings that we like. Now, one of the things that I will add before I add my turnip salad is we're going to put about 2 bay leaves in here. We're going to add a little bit of onion powder and a little bit of garlic powder. Don't overdo it. Just a little bit will do for this, okay? Let's check this out, see if it's fork tender, see how this tastes. Alright, let's get these 2 bay leaves like I told you. You want 2 good size of bay leaves. 2 bay leaves going in. I'm going to have to salt and pepper it because I tasted those turnips and they needed some more salt. So I'm going to do a little bit of salt. Now, I can't tell you how much salt to use because there ain't no measurements with our family. They just measured, and whenever it tasted good, that's what you did. But I do measure with my hand. So I got about maybe a tablespoon or so of salt. And I will put it all in there like that. And then I'm going to stir it. I've got pepper in there. I did that before I hit the button, so oops. Salt and pepper to taste. 2 bay leaves. You don't want your seasonings to overpower your turnips and your turnip salad, because then that defeats the purpose, because the turnips here is going to have their own little flavor to them. And I'm getting ready to taste it again to see what it tastes like. And if it needs a little bit more salt, we'll keep adding what we need. And we'll take this little piece right here, corner off the end. A little bit more salt. And you're just going to go back and forth like this with salt and pepper until you get it to the right, you know, flavor that you want. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of onion powder and a little bit of garlic powder. You don't want a lot because you don't want to overdo it. Let's do a little bit of onion powder here. A little shaky of the onion powder. Not much, just a little bit. And a little bit of garlic powder. Not a lot. Just a little bit. All right, now that your turnips and your turnip salad is in the pot, we're going to cover this and we are going to put it on a medium heat. We're going to simmer it, and we're going to simmer it until the leaves are tender and the rest of the meat falls off the bone, and till everything is cooked, till it's good and tender. Check it all along, get your spoon out, make sure it's got enough salt and pepper in it. Make sure the flavors is like you like it. I'm extremely exhausted. I've got to do some more stuff, and I heart y'all great big. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We're almost at the 1,500 subscriber goal. If you're subscribed to Crissy's Clucky Chronicles channel, you're a subscriber here, and you're signed up for the CrissyOShow.com website email, then I'm going to send you the free egg recipe book once we hit the 1,500 subscriber goal. So thank you guys for watching and hanging in here with me. I heart y'all great big. More of my southern cooking stuff to go, and more things with the floofs to go. So let me go see what the guineas are setting my doorbell off about. And if you can't be good, y'all, just be good at it.